Welcome to Around South Jersey. My special guest tonight is Nico Rizzo, who is the executive director of the Cumberland or the Complete Care Foundation, which is a way to raise money to help complete care. And Nico, it's about your second month on board.
Yep, second month.
So tell me, how did you get involved in this job?
So I think the biggest one is my sister. She's a chiropractor. Shout out to Gab. Dr. Gabrielle Rizzo, chiropractor. Go check her out at Complete Care. She's currently working at the Millville office.
She's at Complete Care?
Yeah, she's a chiropractor, yes.
Wow.
Dr. Gabrielle Rizzo, yep.
Oh, that's neat.
First and only Dr. Rizzo family. So she's kind of the favorite now in the family, but I'm trying to
when you raise the million, you'll be the favorite.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. But no, seriously, she got a little, job notice, a job letter, that was sent to them, and she already worked there. She said, hey, apply to this. I think you'd be good at it. It's some good for the community and everything. And, I just applied and just figured, hey, what's the worst that they're going to tell me? No, I can't do it. So,
but nobody tells Nico no.
No, people tell me no. You should hear about my father. My father, trust me, I get told no a lot. But I guess I interviewed well, and they took a shot at me. So they gave me an opportunity, and now I'm going to run with it and try my best.
Well, and one thing I wanted to talk about too. Tell everybody about your roots. You're a Bridgeton guy.
Yes, I'm a Bulldog, proud Bulldog.
And tell them where you played on the line.
Yep, I was center, played for Bridgeton High School, 4 years, and I played baseball there. So I'm a Bulldog for life. My dad was a Bulldog. My mom was a Colt, which, She
went to Cumberland, huh?
Yeah, sadly. Sadly, she did. She did. And, now I'm in Millville. I'm on enemy territory, but, it's great. It's great for you, having me on here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time.
My pleasure. I've heard so many good things about your family. Now, your dad has a trophies place, or what does your dad do?
Yes, he owns Cumberland Engraving.
That's right, yeah.
It's right on 49. Used to be on Water Street, but moved to 49. But he's been doing that for over 20 years now.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a hard business. When you're working for yourself,
yes.
And he doesn't get paid until he does his work. That's when he gets paid. So it's definitely it's hard work, but he did that so he can come and be supportive of his family. Come and see me play my games on the weekend,
nice.
Different sporting events and things with my sister. So yeah, he's been doing that for a long time, and he's pretty good at it. So.
Yeah, I hear wonderful things about Cumberland Engraving, and I guess Dad went to Bridgeton High School also.
Yep, 84, class of 84.
Okay, did he play sports?
No, he was. He was barely. He graduated high school. He was a knucklehead back in high school, as he would say. But no, he didn't play sports much.
But it got you interested.
Yeah. Like he always played, basketball and football here and there, but he was never, he didn't really keep his head on straight with grades and stuff in high school. But he introduced me to sports, and I fell in love with it, and I played it my whole life.
That's super. In fact, Nico and I were talking about Buddy Kennedy. Buddy is just this close to making it with the Arizona Diamondbacks. He was up last year, but he got sent back. But right now, Buddy Kennedy plays third base for the AAA, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I'm hoping I was up to see the Arizona beat Philadelphia yesterday. But hopefully Buddy will be back, because I know you played against Buddy.
Yeah, I did. I played at we played a Hall of Fame game. They definitely kicked our butts, the baseball team. They were a lot better than we were. But I remember, this kid, Buddy, they were like, oh, he's really good. I'm like, okay. Then I saw him, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, he's really good. He's a really good ball player. And he was a sophomore, I think, when I was a senior.
Right.
So, just the fact that we have another guy in Millville now. You guys are just, breeding them, I guess, here. I don't know what you guys are doing here, but, obviously something good. It's exciting. It's good for not just the city of Millville, it's good for the county, too. You got somebody
it sure is, yeah.
Especially for the kids, and, everybody there look up to somebody, to be successful.
Well, and one of the things that leads us into Nico and I have talked, and Nico's working with Troy Martino at the Phillies to put together Mike Trout Night on, I think it's August 28th. 29th, is it? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And it'll be, for those of you who went last year, and I know a lot of people, we sold out last year at 75 seats in the Bill Giles Hall of Fame. And I keep seeing those people, and they say, Jim, we want to come again, we want to come again, we want to come again. And I said, that'll be wonderful, but Nico will handle that, which will take a big load off my plate. And it is fabulous, folks. It's everything you want. There's all the food in the world, fabulous food. They have beer and wine, all that you want, and diet soda for me. And pretzels, popcorn, peanut, Cracker Jacks, and even ice cream and desserts. So, I mean, you'll not go away hungry. And with the price of the food at the stadium, the price of this ticket won't be that bad because you'll have your own area, and you have the seats, and then behind the seats there are tables where you can sit and eat and talk to people, watch the monitors, and do all that kind of stuff. And Nico said, Jim, I'm going to double you. I'm going to do it twice as good as you. So he's going to have 150.
Yeah, like I said, I'm working on that, and making sure everything's good and everything. So hopefully we can have an event, because it is a special event when you see somebody as not just a player from Millville. Arguably one of the best baseball players ever.
Yes.
And he happens to be from Millville. Yeah. So it's always a good time. It's like I said, bring your family, kids, anybody. We're gonna try to do an event, and hopefully you guys get to see Trouty play.
And usually he obviously does play when we're there. October 20 or August 29th is the time for that, and it's a great opportunity. Also, the 28th is going to be Millville night, so the tickets are going to be a few $100s at least for the suite, maybe a little bit more. But you can buy regular tickets for Millville night the night before, and I think they're going to be like maybe $35 or so. And when I was the mayor, we put together 9 years ago Mike Trout night. It was his first time back, and he was only 19 or 20. And Dan Baker and Dan is the PA announcer for the Phillies. We become friends. And little did we know, we graduated from Glassboro the same year Dan did. Dan's the longest running PA announcer in Major League Baseball now. And it was interesting because when they introduced Mike for the first time up, he got a standing ovation that lasted longer than any standing ovation from any player except for a former Philly player who maybe came back. And Dan said it was just amazing to see. But again, there were 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people from Cumberland County there and out to support Mike. And as you pointed out, Nico, he is one of the best baseball players in America.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you can make a strong case. You can make a strong case he's the best ever.
Absolutely, that's true. Yeah, you really can. And what a nice man. I don't know if you know him, but he is just such a nice person. He really is.
Yeah.
This is a funny story. Mike is, as Nico said, probably the best player in America. And his dad Jeff and I, back in 1997, Jeff was teaching in Millville. Jeff, before that, Jeff had played for the AAA Minnesota Twins team in Florida, and Charlie Emanuel was his manager down there. So anyway, when Jeff was teaching, I said, what, Jeff, people love you. Why don't you run for Millville City Commission in 97? He goes, yeah, Jim, I think I'll do that. Well, then I decided I wanted to run too. And Millville is a weird form of government. The top vote getter gets to be the mayor, and the second one could be the vice mayor and all this stuff. So I decided I was going to run. He goes, Jim, you're going to beat me. I said, I may, but you're going to finish second. And that's how we finished. I was first. He was second for the city government. I was the mayor, and he could have been the vice mayor if he wanted. That's when I first met Mikey. Mikey was 5 years old in 1997. So you weren't even born in 1997.
No, 98. I'm 98.
Yeah, see, I told you.
He's old. He's an old man. He's an old man. Mike's old.
Yes, he is. He's getting up there. And I remember after the swearing-in ceremony, we had a luncheon, and Mike came up to me and he goes, Mr. Mayor, when I get to be a big man, I want to be the mayor of Millville too. So I laughed, and now when I see him, he goes, no, Jim, no, thanks, I don't want to do that, no. And but what a good guy, and he signs autographs for the kids, and he's a really good person. So it's a great tribute to those who buy the tickets, who go to see Mike, and in this case, it's going to benefit the Smiles program, the Baby Love program, the programs that Complete Care does to help our community with people who don't have the resources to do it.
Yeah, and like I said, and kids too, for this county, because that's a big thing. Sadly, a lot of these kids, especially in Brighton, where I grew up, I can attest to it, seeing it firsthand. I was lucky enough to have a mother and father, and I know a lot of people aren't blessed in the same situations that I was blessed in, and they like you said before, people don't realize how big dental work is. Like it's
expensive.
Like I said, I just got off my parents' insurance, and now I'm like, dang it, like I don't even think about going to the dentist at all, and like keep on thinking like, oh, it plays a big role in everyday health.
Yes, it does.
And like I said, I'm just happy to that we could do an event like this. And I never met Mike at all. I never met him, but I've met his mother and father once, and his mother and father know my father, and nothing but great things to say about him. I never heard anything bad about him ever. And my dad says they're good people, so if they're good people to him, they're good with me.
Yeah, they are good people. In fact, following up with Charlie Emanuel, this was before Mike was ever even thought about. I've been going to the Phillies for 25 years, season ticket holder. So because of that, they invite me to a breakfast, and at the breakfast, Charlie Emanuel was the manager this year, and they have several players, so you interact, talk to them. So I got talking to Charlie. I said, Charlie, do you remember Jeff Trout? He says, I sure do. He said he was one of the best hitters Charlie ever had, and Charlie had a lot of great hitters. And Jeff, like I said, made it AAA, but couldn't quite get over that hump to get to the majors. But Jeff was the all-star, was picked on the Hall of Fame at the University of Delaware. He led the team in batting and all that stuff. Just a really great guy. And, of course, then at the AAA level, he had the children, and stuff, and he realized he was going to come back to Millville. He taught school and coached the baseball team. In fact, he may have coached when you were playing. I don't know if he was still there or Roy Hollenbeck.
2016 is when I graduated.
Okay, he was probably, I guess Roy Hollenbeck, a big tall guy, was probably the coach.
Yeah, he probably was. A Hall of Fame game. Yeah, because we played in Cooperstown.
Oh, wow.
Hall of Fame. That was the one time I played against, the one time I played against Millville, and thank God it was the only time, because trust me, they whipped on us. We were not the best. We were not the best baseball team. Huh. But football, different story. But football's a bit of a different story.
So have you been over to the Birch Invitational Tournament?
No, I haven't been there in a while.
What's going on now?
Yeah, it's going on now. I probably will stop by.
Yeah.
Because it's always I've always liked it when I was a kid, but like recently, college and then coming back and then this job now, when I make the time for it. But I'll definitely try to shoot out there.
So let's talk about your career. You graduated as a Bridgeton Bulldog. Then what did you do? So
then I was fortunate enough to play, collegiate football at Moravian College.
Oh, wow. That's
University now, yeah, up in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's
so that's like the Lehigh Valley. It's right next to Allentown. And, 4 years there, and sadly I graduated during COVID. So during the COVID year, it was I didn't really get to enjoy my graduation, and a lot of my friends, we couldn't really celebrate us graduating.
Yeah, that's
so it was tough, and not really a lot of jobs at the time during COVID, but bills don't discriminate. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care if a disaster happened or your COVID happened. So I got to pay off my student loan. So I just worked at a glass warehouse. I worked there for about a year or two. Saving up money and everything, and I do learning internships here and there if they pop up on weekends and stuff for different operations things for sports or anything that would come up. And this opportunity for Complete Care came up, and like I said before, they took a chance on me, and now now we're here now. Now I'm doing a show with you now.
Yeah.
So it's
and I zoomed in on the meeting today, but we had a meeting with the Legends Committee, which is part of the foundation, the money raising things. Tell everybody how that went. That went pretty well, right?
It was great. It was great. We raised a good amount of money for for a great cause for the foundation. But it was a good turnout. It was my first event. Kind of got
you did a good job.
Thrown in there.
A couple hundred people came out.
Thank you. Yeah, about 230 people came out in Savoy, and Savoy was great. The food was great at Savoy. Thomas at Savoy.
Does a good job.
Yeah, he did a great job, and he said people said they liked it, and hopefully they did. But we can always be better. There are some things that I would nitpicking here and there.
Yeah,
but
we talked about that at the meeting today.
we can always I'm not one to stay the same. I always want to improve and try to be better than I was, last time.
That's good. Yeah, it really is. We're talking with Nico Rizzo, who is the executive director of the Cumberland County, or of the Complete Care Foundation. We'll be back to talk more with Nico right after these messages.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
Complete Care has some big news to share with you.
We're here opening more locations and offering more services every day,
including our newest locations on Pearl Street in Bridgeton and High Street in Millville.
We're here with convenient, high quality, and accessible healthcare services all under one roof.
We're here just a call or email away.
We're here to provide compassionate care for you and your family.
We're here and we're ready when you are.
Complete Care Health Network, ready when you are.
I'm Brian Lankin, 3rd generation business owner. Al Shoes, been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off 25 and 10 off 100 if you mention that you've seen this.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. Nico Rizzo, the executive director for the foundation at Complete Care Health Network. And Complete Care is everywhere. We are big in Cumberland County, also service Gloucester County and Cape May County.
Yep.
And in fact, we've talked about trying to expand the board to get some people in from the other counties, that Gloucester and Cape May County as well.
Definitely, yeah.
Which is good. So, I mean, I know there are other events that we've done. The pocketbook bingo is a popular one that the foundation does. Have you thought of anything? And there's also that run. There's a
bone run.
Thank you. Yes, right. Yeah. So you got those two. We'll do the Phillies thing, and you got the Legends, which is very important. This year, the Legends were Mary Gruccio, who I love. She was superintendent of schools in Vineland. Nancy Sangenis, a sweetheart who has an insurance agency in Hopewell Township. First mayor, female mayor ever of Hopewell Township. And Gil Walters, who was, when I first got on the board of Complete Care, he was the executive director, and he has a fantastic personality and very charismatic, and they were the 3 that were honored this year. And of course, each year, I guess we're looking at running that again about April of next year.
Yeah, probably in the beginning of April. We're going to try to run that, kind of like a soft date that we decided on. We're definitely going to start planning and doing stuff for that in September.
Right.
We wanted to. But yeah, there's like I said, there's a couple good things, a couple bad things that that we know, not bad, but per se, but more like we can tweak and improve on that we're going to do. But it was, it's funny you described Gil. I was pretty nice of you. Some of the nice words, because he's a character. Gil is really a character. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't even know that Nancy. She
was first woman mayor of Hopewell.
She also brought cable to Hopewell.
No. Did she?
Yeah, she brought cable to Hopewell. I was like, what? I'm like, okay. Yeah, no, they said it at the thing. I was like, oh, in like 80, I think like 80.
Well, she must have been the mayor when they brought it, because
like 87 or something.
I brought cable to Fairfield, Deerfield, Lawrence, Down, Morris River and Commercial. I brought it to 6 townships.
Yeah,
My company.
but she was like when
Cable.
Cable was there, because I was like,
Yeah.
oh snap! I didn't realize. I'm like,
Yeah.
you guys you didn't have cable back in the day? And I'm like, oh wait,
No, you got to realize.
yeah, I know. I was like,
Cable came in later on. In fact, I started the cable system, Clover Cable, in 1980. And believe it or not, the interest rates in 1980 were on $1 million. It was 18%. So it wasn't easy to build 6 townships with that kind, but we were able to do it, and we did it for about 9 years, and then we sold it and did well. And then I was dumb enough to buy a radio station. So you gotta do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But now we had some success there as well. But Nancy was, I'm sure, the mayor when she probably negotiated with what I don't know, it was Comcast, whoever the company was at that time. And Nancy was also on WSNJ radio. She was like a teenage superstar radio
Miss
announcer.
Coca-Cola too.
That's right.
Miss
yeah.
Coca-Cola.
See,
Yeah. I know. I was reading. I was like, oh my. Like I never met him. I was like, oh my God. There's so much interesting things, with all
There
these
really
candidates
was,
that you learn. She was an interesting woman. Like I said, I never heard about her, and I read her little thing, and I went, oh my God.
I've known Nancy for many, many years, probably 50 years. And Mary Gruccia, what a wonderful lady. She was superintendent of schools in Vineland, which is a big school district. And just, I like her personality, her way she deals with people. And in fact, I went to her retirement dinner, which was just about during the end of COVID. 400 people at her retirement dinner.
Yeah,
That's how
very
popular she
very
is.
popular lady. Yeah, very popular lady.
Yeah.
Very nice lady.
Yes, she is.
Her and her kids too. Really nice.
They did, and they introducing her. And, that's what's nice. This is a positive thing that Complete Care Foundation does. They find 3 people, like Nico said, one preferably from Bridgeton, Vineland, and Millville, that area, and you honor them, and you get to find out about them and how great they are and what they've done to the community. And I know I was honored, and it was certainly a great honor for the family to come out and to be honored for the things that I did during my lifetime here in Cumberland County. And so there are wonderful things that we're able to do. So when you got out of college, Moravian, right?
Moravian, yes.
And then things were tough. So then you took positions. Just what did you do?
So I worked at a glass house.
Oh, glass
And on the
house.
weekends, I would do like internships, because a lot of the times too, a lot of these places, when COVID was over that 1 year, they used to tell me, hey, you don't have experience.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing, right? Experience for entry level position. And it's like, well, I couldn't get it, because usually, when you're in college, it's free work, but you're getting a college credit. And there were some internships across the country, but the problem was like I can't uplift my life and go somewhere and not get paid for it, which I don't care if I get paid or not, because I didn't care, but it was bills don't stop coming.
No,
they don't care. No. So it was hard for me, but I did work, just grind it out, and, make some money to pay my bills off, save a little bit, and keep on applying for jobs. Like I said, I applied for this job, and they took a chance on me, and I'm here. Like I said, I'm here now, and it's learning curve. But I got a lot of great people at Complete Care. A lot of great people that really helped me out, and people that showed me the ropes and everything. So it's, like I said, it's been fun. It's been good. Complete Care's been good to me and everything. Yeah,
and you've got a really good board of directors with you. I mean, we had a meeting today. I zoomed in, but you were there. Probably most of the people, except for Joanne Catona and I, were zooming in. But the people were there and do a great job, and they really care. And again, this is all about helping the poor people. And the good point that Nico brought up, and boy, when you look around, you feel so sorry for so many children who don't have proper dental care. It's just not something that's covered under the insurance, and where it's the Smile that the program that we're able to give money and no charge to the person that needs it. Like you said, you go into schools and see, A lot of supplies too. We provide for the schools, so like Bridgeton, Millville, Vine, whoever needs it, and like women's products too for the high schools. Like we provide all that stuff that we give them, because like I said, certain circumstances. Like I said, like, I was lucky enough. I was lucky enough to be blessed with a family that I had a mother and father there, and I have a family and another big family that helped me out and did stuff for me. And a lot of people don't have that, and
people take it for granted a lot.
Yeah,
and they don't see it. And like I said, it's a learning experience. That you see these kids like this, and not even kids, people too. Cause,
sure.
Even the working man. Like I said, my dad owns his own business. Health insurance is hard to come by.
Sure
dental
is.
insurance is. And Complete Care does it. They take care of you. Whether you have insurance or don't, whether you have great insurance or you don't have any.
Yes.
So it's a great cause, and we do our part to help them. Do these programs. We do our best to help give funding to these programs, and it's a good cause. And it's for your own community in your backyard. For me, seeing these kids, I know what they do. I know what they've been through. I know what this community is about, and everybody can use a little help here and there.
And boy, folks, Complete Care has a great staff of doctors. Now, I found out today we have a great chiropractor, and Nico's sister. I didn't even know we had that. What's her first name? Gabrielle. So, and all the doctors are there. I mean, I've gone to the doctor. She's wonderful. Whatever I need, they take care of me. I also have my Dr. Connolly. But when I need something with Complete Care, and the other great thing is there's a pharmacy there. And the pharmacy is much less expensive, especially if you don't have medical insurance. It's very inexpensive compared to going to, a regular pharmacy, Walgreens or Rite Aid or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's something that an awful lot of people suffer with. I have a lot of friends, they don't go to the doctor, they don't go to the dentist. And I said, why? I don't have any money, Jim. They're working tight and don't have a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I said, go to Complete Care. And they did. The two of my friends went to Complete Care to get dental work done. Yeah. So, I mean, that is so important for your health, for your appearance, to get bridge across so that you can smile, the teeth are there, and, all those things that go with it. And Complete Care is a godsend to Cumberland County, Gloucester County, Cape May County, because there are a lot of people, in those communities too that struggle. Cumberland County is one of the poorest counties in the state. Yeah. So we are lucky. We get funding. And one of the things that when Gil took it over, Gil Walters, when I first got on, there was an awful lot of emphasis, and there still is, on helping the migrants. They're out working in the fields and,
Yeah, I mean, we're called the Garden State for a reason.
Absolutely. And they're helping grow the vegetables.
Yeah, so like I said, we're the Garden State, and it's pretty crazy that people don't understand it. Especially from North Jersey. All my friends, they were like, "Oh my God, you live in Alabama." That's what they said. They said I lived in Alabama, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And it's like, no, it's completely different, and they're important too. And whether they're some of them too are, some of them aren't documented either, and that's okay because we go to them. They don't have to come to us. We go to them. Yeah. With different services and just do a regular checkup. I'm a young kid, and I don't go to the doctors that much either because I'm young and I'm like, nah, I'm fine. Yeah. But I'm lucky enough to have a sister who always nags me, but I know it's the right thing to do. She always tells me go get a checkup. You gotta get one every year, blood work, all that stuff. So it's like I said, Complete Care is really good. And it's the convenience part too. Let's be honest. The convenience of it is just you can't beat it.
No, you're right.
And a lot of doctors, are retiring. Like Patitucci used to be, my family's doctor. He's not there anymore. So I think it's the most convenient and best care you're going to get around here. Instead of going to the hospital, it's better to go to the hospital too. It's better than doing that.
Well, it certainly is. It is a wonderful opportunity to have the Complete Care and all the medical things that you need, and you don't have to worry about the money. And a lot of people are scared, well, I don't have the money, I can't go. That's okay. That's what Complete Care is for. I mean, you can go if you have money, and you can pay, a portion of whatever you have
they work all that out. Right? Yeah, they do that.
So, you can go from paying half price to paying nothing at all. But like you said, taking care of your health is so very, very important. And I know young people don't think about it too much, but as you get older, you realize there's a lot of things you need to have checked out, and Complete Care can do all those things for you. And, it's something you really, really want to look into. And the great thing is and I've got to take credit, the building in Millville, it's because of my idea. We were renting the old Millville Hospital, and we were paying a fortune to rent that place. And I said, I don't know, it was an unbelievable amount of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars to rent it. I said, why don't we take and help improve Millville at High and Broad, the buildings there, it was open, and then there was one building there that was I was involved with that. It was like a nursery. So anyway, we ended up buying that property, putting, as you see, that's behind us now, I believe, the one in Millville. But that is beautiful. The pharmacy has moved from the old hospital down to this new building. I was just in to see Ross the other day and picked up some pharmaceutical products. And it's convenient, and it's beautiful facility, and it's complete care there. And of course, Bridgeton is even, if not nicer, it's certainly one of the nicest ones around. And then there are other buildings that, I don't know, the one that's beautiful, millions of dollars went into it, was the one on Sherman Avenue in Vineland. I don't know if you've been there yet. That's a beautiful building.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of dental's done there too, but that is just a fabulous building. So, and then there are others as well. They're building a new one in Vineland. They've got another existing one in Vineland. Yeah. There's probably
there's going to be a new one, and there's going to be a men's health clinic in Williamstown too. They're going to open it up next year in Williamstown. They're opening up a men's health clinic, that's even a bigger. That's a great thing too, because I don't even know what a men's health clinic was. I mean, obviously it's just for men's health, obviously, right. But I don't remember ever seeing one around here. Yeah. I mean, unless you have, I don't know, but
no, I haven't. And the other thing too, Nico, men are stubborn, folks. Let me tell you, men are stubborn. They don't want to go to the doctor. No, I don't need to go to the doctor. You do need to go to the doctor. You stay on top of everything, and that's the whole key. Whatever problem you have, if you get it right away, it's curable in most cases. You can just do whatever, an operation or radiation or chemotherapy, whatever you need. But this is a true story, and I love this guy immensely. I had a fellow who worked for me when I was the mayor of Millville. He was my age, great at what he did, great guy. I said to him, Don, what doctor do you go to? None. And he had to be in his 60s then. I said, you don't go to a doctor? Nope, I don't want to go. I just don't want to go to a doctor. They'll find something wrong with me. Well, unfortunately, about 6-8 weeks later, he had a massive stroke. And thank God he was able to go through the rehabilitation, was able to go to the rehab hospital, and knock on wood, he's okay. But it's like, why would you risk that? Go there. You can get blood work, you can get all kind of technical things that you need done. You can get, MRIs or whatever you have to have, but it's going to save your life. It's going to give the doctor the chance to know this is happening now. I tell the story that, and a lot of people with prostate cancer, I go to my urologist all the time, and he said, Jim, your PSA is going up, which is a sign that you got prostate cancer. So because I got it early enough, I went to Inspira, and I had 42 treatments of radiation, and that was 17 years ago. Knock on wood, everything's great. Prostate stayed, it's 0.05, and that type things. I've had other people have gone and not caught it. They didn't get it early, and then they ended up having to take it out and ended up with chemotherapy. So it's all about getting your medical, whatever situation is, early. And there's no excuse. You don't have to have money to go to Complete Care to have the complete checkup done. And we hire, because I'm on the regular board besides the foundation board, we hire some very, very highly qualified physicians, including Gabrielle,
my sister,
your sister, who's
Gabrielle,
a chiropractor.
Yeah.
Gabrielle, the chiropractor. We have really great people that do a great job. And so even though it doesn't cost you specifically, we, the Complete Care Board and the organization, gets funding, federal funding and different funding that we can utilize to help people who don't have funding. So that's what's very, very nice. It really works out well. So what have you liked about the first few weeks here? What do you find it's been interesting?
I think for me it was a different change of pace. It's a majority women that work in Complete Care, actually, especially my office, which is a different speed. It's actually really nice because they're so nice, so easy, so pleasant, you know. And but it's serious. It was really fun. It's really fun, and it's a bunch of good people, like genuinely good people.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it makes work that much easier to go to. Not as days aren't that much longer, you know, from, you know, the front desk to, you know, the call center lady that I might meet in the hall, because I'm still trying to figure out names, and that's the hardest part, because I'm not great with names, and there's a lot of people who work there. But so far, it's just really helpful. You know, I'm a person that loves to ask questions.
That's good.
And, you know, I might ask some, you know, pretty dumb questions to some people, you know, but if I don't know, I'm not going to try to mess it up. I'm going to ask you, like, how do you do X, Y, and Z, and without hesitation, you know, they help me out. Or they point me in the right direction to seek help and to find help. And, you know, that's so far is what is great and what I love about it. And it also helps too, you know, I got my own office. That helps. Yeah. That helps. The office helps. But like I said, the biggest thing is just being helpful, because, you know, and I'm sure you worked many jobs before, a peace of mind. And work somewhere where it's a nice work environment.
Yeah, exactly.
That's you can't beat that. No matter how much you get paid, you could get paid millions of dollars a year. But if you hate where you're at, I mean, how much is that money going to do for you at that point? You know.
Yeah. And I was telling Eva's grandmom that when I taught school, I always said to the students, "Do what you love. Money will eventually follow you, but you got to do what you love to do." With the radio and the TV, I've loved this. In fact, as old as I am, people say, "When are you going to retire?" I said, "When I drop dead here behind a set." You know, and Complete Care can run over and grab me and take me to the funeral home. But I love what I do, and I really don't have other hobbies. You know, I mean, I go to the Phillies games. I guess that would be sort of a hobby, but I enjoy meeting you, talking to the different people, because I'm a people person. And I think that's what you have. And I taught school, and I enjoyed that. And, you know, in the radio and TV realm, I've met a lot of great people, you know, that come along. So it is important to do what you love to do. And you like people, and you're saying, you know, it's nice interacting with them and, you know, being able to do that. And you're close to home. Are you still at home with Mom and Dad?
Yeah, I'm still home.
Don't move.
I know. Listen, I know, I understand. I'm not going to, trust me. Saving the money is great. But no, it's great. And like you said before, doing something that you really like and really love, and you know, having your hobbies, and you also can't beat a 4-minute commute.
Well, that's super.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No, you
can't beat that. You can't beat that.
No. So where'd you grow up? What street?
Ewing Street.
What's that near?
It's right next to Burlington Road.
Yes.
And it's the Bushton Deli. You know, the Bushton Deli is on Burlington Road. Mm-hmm. That street that it faces, it's right down there.
Okay.
A Green Rancher, right there, first house to the left. The Green Rancher.
Not too far from the radio station. I go down that way, and then I go Burlington Road.
Yeah. No, not that far.
No. And that's a nice neighborhood, too, which is nice. Now, does Mom work?
Yeah, she's a teacher at Hopewell Crest. She's been teaching there for about 30-plus years now.
No kidding. I must have just missed her, because I was a speech therapist at Hopewell Crest.
Oh, you were? Oh, yeah. No, she's a librarian there, and she'll teach remedial math, English, all that stuff.
That's super.
So, yeah, she was the biggest, you know, she was a big driving force of education. Very smart lady. And she grew up in Seabrook. She was the first.
Great area, too.
She was the first graduating class in Cumberland Regional.
Oh,
she went
that's
all
right.
4
You did
years.
say she
All
was
4 years.
Colt.
81, she graduated. So she was the first all 4 years.
That's really nice. That's wonderful. Yeah, and she's obviously doing what she enjoys. I'll tell you what, Hopewell Crest School was one of the nicest schools I worked in. I did speech therapy there 2 days a week, Deerfield Township 2 days a week, Woodbine 1 day a week. So I had to make sure I knew what day it was, because I'd be going to the wrong school if it was the wrong day. But great kids, great staff. They really was. It was just then eventually what I did was I started teaching full-time. I did radio part-time. And then I went from radio to the local cable TV with teleprompter. I was their first newscaster. But I was still doing, I guess at that time, I was still doing teaching full-time, and then that was part-time. But eventually I was able to go into speech therapy. So I went from 5 days a week to 4 to 2, and then I got out of it completely and got into doing my own business with the television. But I loved every minute I had with the kids. They were just great. Yeah, I like people. That's what's important. I'm sure your mom does too, right?
No, yeah, she loves what she does. I mean, that's what, she wanted to do that since she was a little kid.
That's great.
At Woodruff, she wanted to do that.
That's
fantastic. She followed her dream, and she could retire anytime she wants. But why would she when you said you love it?
Yeah,
and it's they love it.
Yeah, that is fantastic, and I'm sure your dad loves doing the Cumberland engraving. Tell us a little bit about more what he does with the business. I mean, I guess he does trophies.
Oh yeah, Cumberland engraving. So he does anything with your name on. You can get it on. That's the simplest form. But he does shirts, plaques, hoodies, varsity jackets.
Oh, does he?
He does anything. The banners.
So I could go see him and get Quinn Broadcasting shirts or
yeah. You can get cups, mugs. Like I said, anything you want your name on. I'm pretty sure he could do it. He could do it, and he's been doing that for a while. And it's like I said, it's tough business, and he's a hard man to work for. 'Cause I was the only person that I would help him a lot, and I can work with him. But if you can work for him, you can work for anybody in America. I'm pretty sure Wayne Rizzo is a tough man to work with. But like I said, he's a hard worker though, and he works his tail off every day.
Yeah, well, when you're in business for yourself, you usually are.
No,
He's had to do that. Now, he's done that for many, many years then, right?
Yeah, 20, almost 20, but got to be 20 plus by now. Because he used to work at the nuclear power plant back in the day at the island.
Yeah, sure.
And then, like he said, he bought the business, and he been doing that ever since. He used to be on Water Street there.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that.
Yeah, and then the snow and the roof caved in. It's actually during Super Bowl against the Colts and the Bears. That Super Bowl when Devin Hester returned that touchdown.
Right.
It was on that day.
Oh, jeez.
And it caved in, and he moved on West Broad there on 49.
Where is he on 49?
He's right across from the post office.
Okay, sure.
Right next to I think it's Giles Street.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Giles Street.
Right.
Yeah, Giles Street. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Good Bridgeton boy, taking care of everything, right?
Yeah. He's a bulldog. I don't know if he's nice. Bridgeton guys ain't that nice, but we're a fun time. We're fun.
What was your football coach?
Dave Ellen.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Who was your dad's? Do you remember?
My dad didn't play any sports.
Oh, okay.
At that time, yeah. No, he didn't play
right.
any sports.
So you had Dave Ellen, who was a good man, did a good job. Are you going to go play in that semi-pro football?
No, I'm past. I don't know if I'm past my playing days. Well, professionally or semi-pro, I can't keep up with those guys anymore. I'm not fast enough or I'm not strong enough anymore. Like I said, I'm kind of washed up. But I can always play. I always love to play. The love for playing and wanting the itch to get back on there. Because anytime I see basketball or baseball, I got to do it. I got my competitive side, and it gets back to me. My athlete, the athlete in me comes back out and wants to do something again. So
baseball and basketball I could sticking with. But I see some of these guys play on that football team. They're twice your size.
Yeah, they're good ball. I know some of them. They played. Sometimes some of them played at Bridgeton. They were.
One of the fellows was Bridgeton, and they had a really good team. What was happening was the other team saw them and they forfeited to them. They were scared to play them, I think.
No, yeah. It's like I said, they're. I'm not going to go over there. I know my rule.
Seed 7-1.
They were top seed 7-1, number one team. That's fair.
Playoff game on June 10th.
Really? Wow, that's neat. Yeah, they really did well. And number one.
Yeah, like I said, they're
7-1.
I'm not on that level. I don't want to be. I don't want to get hurt. I got a job. I'm fine. I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah. No, we don't want you getting hurt.
No,
not at all. So, do you have anything that you're working on now that you've talked with like Curtis or Gil or Dr. Baptist that may be another project that would be one that would be bringing in some revenue? I know we had the
Phillies game I think is the only one that's new that we're talking about, that we got the work out the kinks and make sure everything's lined up and seem to get the full board on and show them and get a lot of the invoices and stuff, make sure everything's right and make sure everything's planned correctly, because like I said, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it 100% the right way.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm glad, because I'm not organized. So you're the man.
Yeah.
I told Troy Martina for the Phillies last night, because I had worked with him last year, and he said, "You're not going to do it?" I said, "No." I said, "Nico's going to do it, because Nico is organized."
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm as organized as I can be. But like I said, I'm very thorough.
Well, that's
Very
good.
thorough,
You'll have
very
everything
thorough.
spelled out. People can understand it. And then, yeah, we'll come back on to promote the tickets. And last year they sold out quickly, but that was 75. So this year we're looking at 150.
And like I said, eventually it could, eventually grow. And that's the biggest thing is establishing a relationship with the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
Establishing it with those people. And it's like, oh, maybe we get a little more. And like I said, and it's not like an event. It's not like the Legends where you come to eat dinner and you might not know the people, or like the Bone Run, which is just a nice event. But it's like you get to go watch a professional baseball game in a suite. How many people have ever done that in their life?
Yeah,
I've only been in a suite twice or 3 times in my life, and it's with the Sixers, because the Sixers were terrible back in the day.
Yeah,
hard to watch. Yeah. And you get free food, free wine, beer, anything you want.
Yeah.
And you can go to an hour. You can show up an hour early to the game.
Yes,
so you can enjoy the food. 6:40 the game starts. You can be there at 5:45 when the gates open.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot of, and it's a good experience. And it's still the summer. It's the last days of summer in August.
Yeah.
So it's like why not?
Yeah.
Spend a little bit to go to a game.
Yeah. And you'll have fellowship too. You'll see a lot of people there.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I put it together, and I knew every person who came, and it was nice, and they were all happy, and they were socializing with each other and moving around in the suite and talking, and they had a great time. Every one of them, as I say, every time I see somebody, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. I said, in fact, I forgot the sheriff and Kathy had gone last year. They said, save us 2 tickets. I said, I'll make sure Nico saves you 2 tickets. And this way, having the double amount, at least everybody went last year. I think they'll all come this year. Mm-hmm. So you get 75.
Yeah, we're making it easier too. Like when I make a flyer, there's probably going to be like a QR code.
Yeah.
That leads you to a website. So and that's the thing too. Like I said, I'm trying to make sure it's easier for people, because I know some people maybe not be as tech savvy, but it's pretty straightforward. There's a lot of things that I'm just trying to make it easier, especially for the payments, where you could pay with card instead of wearing a cash, and making me run around. Because at the end of the day, it's easier for me if it's already in there and everything. But like I said, hopefully we could do something. I want to do something, but just make sure everything's all straightened out, and hopefully everything works out.
Yeah, and the nice thing too is for the people that are going, we can educate them as well, give them handouts about Complete Care. What does Complete Care do? Do you have family that we might be able to help? Do you want to come and be a client at Complete Care? Because people maybe don't understand all the great things that Complete Care does for, as we've talked about, the smiles and the baby love and all the programs that the foundation gears our monies towards. So you're helping people with good dental work and getting diapers and things that for infants that their parents just don't have the money to do those things. So it's a lot of good things going on. And Nico, I'm glad you're on board, buddy.
Thank you. It's good to be on board.
Yeah, and I know you'll do a great job. You've already had a home run with the Legends.
Thank you. I really appreciate
200
that.
Some people with the Legends, that came out and honored 3 Gil Walters, Nancy Sanjanis, and Mary Gruccio. And that's what's fun. Next year we get to pick 3 more people.
Yeah, it'd be a hell of a selection. It'd be a hell of a selection.
There's so many good people in the Cumberland County
there's so many.
So,
there's so many.
Works out really well.
And hopefully it's still gonna. Hopefully it's better than next year. We want to be better every year.
I think with you running it will be.
Thank you. Yep.
That. It was great to meet you. Good to see you, buddy. God bless you.
I'll
see you soon at one of our meetings, right?
Yeah. Yep. 15th.
Okay.
15th,
I thought it was, today I zoomed in and you were there too for the Legends meeting.
Yeah.
So we had Legends meeting, we have the Complete Care Foundation meeting, then I have the Complete Care Board of Directors meeting. That's this Thursday, That's the Complete Care, the Board of Directors.
Yeah, that's with Complete Care. I have it's not my territory.
I have 3 meetings each month, and the regular board meeting's on the 25th. It's the last Thursday of the month, and some great people there as well. Anyway, for Nico Rizzo, I'm Jim Quinn, and for everybody at the Complete Care Foundation, the Complete Care Board of Directors, and of course the wonderful company that you see there that serves us very, very well with anything you need. They have it for you, even chiropractic care, which is the natural healing process as well. So we thank you. On behalf of Nico, I'm Jim. Have a nice night. We'll see you soon. Thanks, George Kachia, for producing our program this evening. Take care. Bye-bye.
Complete Care has some big news to share with you.
We're here opening more locations and offering more services every day,
including our newest locations on Pearl Street in Bridgeton and High Street in Millville.
We're here with convenient, high quality, and accessible healthcare services all under one roof.
We're here just a call or email away.
We're here to provide compassionate care for you and your family.
We're here and we're ready when you are.
Complete Care Health Network, ready when you are.
This has been a QBC television production in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22 and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC. Programming that serves the South Jersey market.